Dia Gwech August Falcha Ishtak, welcome to the Grumpy Bro Show, Season 2. Our monthly endeavour to bring you our favourite news, views, and muse. Joined, as ever, by the three amigos you see with me today. Immediately below me, the one and only Mr. IB Fancy Dan.
How's it going?
Very well, okay. That way, yeah. That way is Mr. Stone XB.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
And once again, in the control booth, as Mr. Stone XB says, twizzling the levers and turning the knobs, Mr. Fergan 101.
How we all doing? Good to be back.
Welcome back, chaps. How are we?
We're all good. We're all fully vaccinated now and back to normality, aren't we?
Wait, what?
What?
I've got my first vaccine. That's it, so far.
Has your 5G signal improved?
No, but for some reason I want to marry Bill Gates now. I don't know why. It's weird.
Causation or correlation there?
I think
he's
it's
getting
money,
divorced,
and I'm a whore. So.
He is. Pour one out for Bill and Melania. Melania? No, what's her name? Melinda, yeah.
Melania?
Hey, you know what? Maybe Melania will be in there, like Flynn.
Because this guy's an actual billionaire.
I think they decided they can't grow together anymore. So, fair enough.
What, like their garden?
Part.
That's it.
Yeah.
Separate horticulturists.
Oh, is it like Gwyneth Paltrow and what's his name? Conscious uncoupling.
Yeah, fuck that shit. He was just tired of him shoving rocks up her vagina, thinking it was good for her.
She makes candles out of her vagina sweat, so.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a keeper.
What?
I don't imagine bringing her home.
Have you never smelled Gwyneth's vagina candles? No.
No.
Well, we know what the wedding gift is.
Yeah.
Let me kick this one off by asking: did everybody manage to book their slot for pennies?
No.
I seen you had I seen you were booking two at once.
Stop the lights. That was Command Central. Command Central it was.
I thought it was someone trying to buy GPUs. Such was the urgency, like.
GPUs is all stock. I saw it. There was an ad on advert. Somebody selling their slot for €100.
€100. Yeah.
Like, you'd want to be crazy. Do you know, €100 in pennies will buy 9 pairs of jeans, lads. Come on.
Pennies. That's it. Jesus. Oh yeah, if you're spending €100 for the slot, it's like you're going to pennies to save money. You're not going there because it's got the best clothes in the world. Like,
you might as well go to River Island. Funny story, by the way. If you go and buy the Denim Co jeans in pennies and go and buy the River Island branded jeans, they are made in the same factory. There you go. There's one for you, know.
true. But maybe it's along the lines of Vox Pro in Cork, where the Google has support, and then there's also where Japanese companies have support. They're technically under the same roof, but different people.
Well, maybe it is like that. So everyone's doing all right, yeah? We're all good.
Yeah, grand.
Yeah.
I'm nearly broken.
Nearly.
Yeah, if this thing goes on for much longer, you just
You're
see me
done.
rock. I'll be
You're
rocking.
done.
The next Grumpy Bros, me rocking back and forth. just go.
Can we live stream that?
Thinking of airplanes. Just thinking of airplanes. Oh God, I love airplanes.
Strange thing to say.
Just get me out of this country.
We actually
I know what you mean.
we booked our holidays for next year, and it's like the website says it is 440 days till your holiday. It's just like, kill me now.
Yeah.
At least it's not a leap year.
Yeah.
There we go. Small
Onward.
wins.
Take that W.
Jesus.
So I'm going to be very honest when I say that since what, January? Was it
Yeah.
January? That was January. There hasn't really been a whole lot of crazy news, but we do have a few talking points which we're going to run through. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to get everybody's hot take on the Epic Rapple Battle. See, because like Epic Rap Battle, but Epic Apple Battle. Epic Apple Battle.
Kill that ballad. You wouldn't want to be saying that 10 times
No.
faster while drunk.
No, you would not. Epic and Apple going to war for no particular reason other than Epic and Apple can go to war. What's everyone's hot take on this one?
Oh, it's all about the money, yeah.
Yeah. All about the dum dum diddy dum dum.
Yeah. It's only just recently started, hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
They're pretty quick to start slinging the mud. Did you see they trotted out itch.io as fucking what did I say? Games featuring depravity with such names you couldn't even mention in the court or something like that. They said.
It's hilarious. I just kind of find it very funny in the fact that it's like Epic and Apple started, and then Epic goes, "Well, we now demand that Steam bring in their sales figures and their sales practices so we could show for comparison for the Mario." And Steam's like, "I don't want any part of this. Just leave me out of this." It's like, oh Jesus, it's like the parents are fighting and they're just using the
and
kids.
now Microsoft and Netflix are getting dragged into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
I think it's amazing how everyone's dirty laundry is getting pulled out. Like it's like how about Xbox never having made a profit on a single console they ever sold. And what was the other one? There was some other very telling point.
PlayStation was it? PlayStation crossplay one, was it?
Yeah, that they charge a surplus. Like, so if you want your game to be crossplay, like they take a bigger cut in the store from your game.
Mhm.
And
If somebody plays the game on their console but also plays it on another device and then they spend money on the other device, you then have to pay PlayStation, Sony money, a percentage of what they paid there.
Now, let's be honest when we say that when you say Sony or PlayStation, the two are interchangeable now because there is no Sony without PlayStation.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Let's just throw that one up there. I mean, their TVs are decent and all that, but no, PlayStation is the money right there. That's their spinner. Their golden goose.
And
Like
insurance.
I'd say it's fairly safe to say that PlayStation have never left a single dollar on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever is there, whatever opportunity for taking money, they're definitely all over that. Like.
Yeah.
There's a thing I read briefly very earlier on where Epic and Sony are paying Sony 200 million or something to host first party games on the Epic store, and they went to Microsoft with the same proposition, and Microsoft, well, you kind of compete with our thing, so we're not going to do that. That would kind of be detrimental to our. But Sony are like, money, I love money, give me all the money.
Money's good.
Money is good. I see they're doing a redesigned PlayStation 5 as well.
Already?
As in,
It's kind of about time.
it's the redesign that is actually in shops.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I was gonna say yeah, they didn't even. Most people didn't even get one to have a time for redesign.
I still think it looks fucking awful.
It does. It's stupid to say.
It looks like it just looks stupid. I don't know. The Xbox just looks like it's a block, but it's an efficient block. It does what it does. It's designed that way.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation goes, "This is artistic," and you're going,
Yeah.
Is it really artistic? Is that what you're going
I-
for?
I don't
Is that
think it.
your aim?
I don't think it's on the artistic scale. It's on a different scale.
That's Epic and Apple. This, of course, all started because Fortnite, basically.
Yeah.
Fortnite, which is Epic's money spinner, of course. Again,
And
brings
still
back to
is. It's
Yeah.
still a popular game.
that.
Yeah, still making.
Yeah. Has
I've
anyone
never-
here
I've never actually
you've
played
never
it.
played it? No?
No.
I played one game. I got one kill. I thought it was brilliant. But it's all this building and all that stuff. Like, can we not just shoot people? Is that just we're here to shoot people? That's what we came for.
I played a few games when it came out first. Like, it's the art style doesn't do it for me. Like, I just don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like Overwatch either. That cartoony style or Borderlands just doesn't kind of do it for me. But yeah, but like watching high level play there, where fellas are building essentially skyscrapers out of pallets and shoots, it's crazy. It's a crazy skill, but like just not for me.
It's like next week on Carpentry Wars. And there's a this game just isn't selling, guys. What we do? We put guns in. There we go. That's all we do.
But isn't the story of Fortnite mad? Like that was originally some sort of survival game, like where it was like you were building your stuff during the day and the zombies attacked at night, and then they did a quick tech demo on the back of PUBG, made a battle royale of it. Look where they are now.
Yeah, it was like
Yep.
it basically
play.
it was like a single player up to 4 players, and you're defending against the zombies, and you built your base up, and then PUBG was successful, and PUBG's made on the Epic engine, and then Epic went, could do that with our stuff, and just
Yeah.
look at that, biggest game ever, boom.
I feel like the original idea for that game has been done several times over already.
Zombie survival.
Yeah. Like in a 4-player environment where you build a base and
Something came out recently enough, didn't it? With that.
did it?
There's just GTFO game, but that's
Oh yeah,
kinda-
GTFO. Back for Blood is the next one from the
Mm.
Left 4 Dead team. Isn't it? That's
Let's
in
hope
the
that's good.
Yeah.
And seemingly Left 4 Dead 3 is in production as well.
Ooh, I like that.
Did you see the demo for that?
Be our title if it goes the way of Alex.
Did you see the demo for? It's not
Uh,
called Left 4 Dead, but it's.
Back for Blood.
Back for Blood.
Mhm.
That looks good, man. And it looks very samey, but at the same time, it just, to be honest, it's a good formula. Surprised there's not more of those games out.
Yeah, but come on, let's be honest. You show us a game where you can drop 4 of us in and shoot zombies. We're all over that.
Yeah, Jesus, I'd love a few games of that actually.
So that's Epic and Apple. That'll probably continue on for many more months and years to come. We'll certainly keep on top of it and bring our most valued opinions on things that have nothing to do with us. But things that we love, and we have many strong opinions on. It finished WandaVision. How did we all feel about that?
Jeez, has it been that long since
It
we've
has-
talked?
Yeah. We were
Bloody hell.
rolling up. We were rolling up on the last one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus, well, it ended as all Marvel things do, sky beams, grand. But no,
I enjoyed
I really liked it. I liked
Yeah.
it more than Winter Soldier. The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier more, but the ending was a little bit of a letdown.
Thing though that I suppose they've set that up for more, and
Yeah.
WandaVision was kind of leading into, Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You can't really do more with that premise. But what you can do with
WandaVision is leading into Doctor Strange, isn't it? And
yeah,
Falcon
yeah.
Winter Soldier is tied into Black Widow, no? Somehow.
Black Widow not.
It's in the past.
Yeah, Black Widow is back before the snap
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I guess technically Stan has been frozen. so
you're
many
one
times.
you're one that came and recruited Captain America. Is in Black Widow, no?
Peggy Carter, is she?
No,
No,
No.
the other
the
one.
one from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
Oh, the new Captain America.
the US agent.
US
US
agent.
agent. Yeah.
US agent.
Sorry, it's been a while
Well,
since I watched it.
I quite liked him in it, to be
All
honest
of
with
3
you.
weeks.
Yeah, I
He
thought
was-
it. Go on, yeah.
No, go ahead.
I thought it was cool. I thought that WandaVision was definitely the more unique, but it was kind of it was like an experiment, whereas Winter Soldier felt more like it could quite have easily been a 3-hour movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and spliced up that way because it was the way it picked up and stuff was really good. Like it's great to see the Dora Milaje coming back to capture Baron Zemo.
Baron Zemo was definitely the best.
He was
team
one of the
out
stars of
though.
the show, yeah,
know,
absolutely.
yeah.
He's just everything he's in, he's just steals the show. Like, but he was just perfect, Baron Zemo. Like he knew he was in a campy show, and he just puts it up.
Yeah.
Like he
Who
just goes,
doesn't love the Baron Zemo dance?
no, the hour-long one.
I think we can all put to bed now any misgivings that may have been had about Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie being able to take point on a show. Because I think they
Definitely,
did
yeah.
a very admirable job. I thought Sebastian Stan was stronger than Mackie, but Mackie was still strong.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was more of a. I kind of, in a way, felt like there was more of a Winter Soldier arcing. I know it was, Captain America to get the Falcon to being Captain America, going through the whole colored skin Captain America from previous generations issue. But I felt that I think will be dealt with more down the road. This really felt like closing a chapter for Winter Soldier and opening a new one. Like the Winter Soldier is probably dead, and the White Wolf is going to be the next iteration for Sebastian Stan. That's just my opinion, and I don't write this shit. And I think somebody, I can't even remember who it was, possibly Mr. Stone said before that there's a whiteboard somewhere in a warehouse that has every little thread
for sure.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that it's admirable. I think what they're trying to do with it. Speaking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I see they've decanonized Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. However, there is strong rumors that the characters portrayed by the same actors will return in a canon situation, which I'm not against.
Not against at all. I really enjoyed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
If they're moving into the multiverse, which they reckon is coming, like it's very easy to explain away that then. That's happening there. Like,
Yeah, they towards the end of
It
Agents
is
of
explained
S.H.I.E.L.D.
that way.
That's what everybody kind of thought anyway, because they're jumping back and forth through time so much that they reckon they've maybe just switched universes.
and like speaking of jump back and forth in time, Loki.
Oh,
That's the one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, WandaVision was a lot better than I expected, because when I heard it was named as guys, I wasn't excited. Winter Soldier and Falcon, I was like, I'm not a massive fan of Mackie. But then when they mentioned Loki, I was like, oh. And then to show you what it is, it's like, oh man, it just looks so good. It's literally
to paraphrase Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
I was just thinking that. It does. It looks like it's going to be really good. To be honest, anything that has Hiddleston in it, it's just brilliant.
And Wilson. I just love Wilson.
I like Owen Wilson as well, yeah.
He's just when he's on TV, it just doesn't even matter what he's in. You're just kind of going, feel relaxed now. Yeah. Good, man.
Watch it.
But yeah, to be honest, I wasn't a fan of, and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't a massive fan of Soldier and Falcon.
I really didn't like the suit at the end.
Oh, that was so shit.
Like there was something weird going on with the soldier, with the shoulders, and then this. I know it's in the comics, like, but like stuff drawn on a page, like this above his eye line and above the top of his ear.
Yeah,
it just made no sense. Like,
I mean,
but that suit was always going to be Marmite anyway. Definitely.
Yeah.
He's still like a low rent Iron Man. I still don't get him. It's like basically what you do. I fly around, right? Iron Man did that. What else do you do? Pretty much it. I got a little thing on the back that can see things, and that's it. Do you have super strength? No. All right. Okay. So how do you throw that shield so far and so strong? Cause reasons. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a vibranium shield, or is it? Which one? Is it vibranium?
Yeah, it is vibranium.
Yeah. And it's just a overall very powerful thing, but it's just,
I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with the US Agent, whether it'll be like some sort of a Suicide Squad type, Dirty Dozen kind of a Black Ops team that we put together for that. Be interesting.
I've completely forgotten the actor's name, but
he's Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell, that's it. He's read it in passing again, maybe a week or 10 days ago, that he's not sure he's going to return.
Yeah.
Which I think would be a shame, because I thought he performed very admirably as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I guess Marvel, much like Apple and Epic, have plenty of money, so just throw a bag of it at him, and it'll soften the cough.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't think you'd have to throw too much cash to any actor to get in board there, like the exposure alone. There's a huge jumping off point.
Yeah,
I'd pay to be in a Marvel thing. To be perfectly honest, like
just give Nathan Fillion one of the heroes. That's all I'm saying. Just give him one of the roles. Bring him in. Friggin' Nathan Fillion.
Is he in Suicide Squad?
No.
You sure?
No.
He
Ludo
could voice someone
Borges.
maybe or something. No.
He's voiced like a few people in Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I could have sworn Nathan Fillion was in Suicide Squad. Then
Who-
the new one coming.
Who voices the killer shark?
Oh, that was
You are apparently right.
boom. Yes.
What did he voice?
No, he's in the next Suicide Squad.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on board. I was already on board because the trailer looks awesome.
New Suicide Squad trailer confirms Nathan Fillion playing Arm Fall Off Boy.
That sounds like Nathan. Lovely. TDK.
King Shark was voiced.
Oh, that's not The Rock or something.
Sylvester
Oh,
Stallone.
Sylvester.
Sylvester Stallone.
What?
King Shark. That'd actually be perfect because King Shark
Yeah.
is meant to be going, I'm Shark. King Shark. It's kind of like I am Groot card.
Oh, that's interesting. No, The Rock. Sure, The Rock is Black Adam. That started filming as well.
That
recently.
feels like it's being made with 10 years at this stage.
Funnily enough, the guy who plays The Rock in Young Rock is playing, I think, Young Rock in Black Adam.
So the guy who plays the young version of him in his TV show about him is playing the young version of him as the bad guy in the Black Adam.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe that to be true.
Black Adam looks good.
Black Adam does look good. I'd be honest, anything within the Shazam universe, I'm all for, because Shazam is and will continue to remain the best caped flying superhero in DC.
Caped flying superhero.
The Rock is not in Fast and Furious 9, I think, is he?
No,
He is
neither
departed.
is Jason Statham.
They've split it off. They've got their own
But
franchises now.
I think he doesn't see eye to eye with Vin Diesel in it, is he? There's
Oh no, he's about a foot taller than him. So
Way,
Oh,
but a
thank you. Here for the next hour. No, they patched up. It was Tyrese Gibson was the one in the end that had the big issue with The Rock. Vin Diesel squashed the beef, as they say, in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
it's a buff family.
Yeah, that's how they got the Hobbs and Shaw spin-off. So basically, The Rock is going, I'll do my own thing in the Fast and Furious universe. Because Vin Diesel still gets a chunk, lump of the money out of those movies. So
I dropped the thing. A big lump of money. It's all about family tagline, which now includes, as portrayed by John Cena, a brother
Yeah.
of whom you've never once spoken.
Yeah,
Ever.
fuck that guy. Yeah.
well, we all know somebody who's got that family member that they wish they didn't know.
The funny thing about the Fast and Furious is like they had was it Jason Statham killed Han,
Yeah.
and then someone else killed someone else. Yet the two boys then helped him rescue his son. Just-
I think they're kind of overlooking the hand. That
Look,
Vin
the
Vin
thing
Diesel
about
really
it
can
is-
crush the beef, like.
The thing about it is, as long as you are sorry for what you did, you'll be forgiven by the OG family, because that's just how it works.
It must have been the Irish courts because like they must have had 485 previous offences and like
but he came from a good family.
it's all about family,
He
dude.
didn't mean it, and he's sorry for what he did. But if you don't pay your TV license, by God, you'll see Mountjoy. By God.
Better pay your tax as well.
To be honest, I look for Fast and the Furious. You take it for what it is, and you just turn off your brain and watch the nonsense, and you leave not very much happier, 40 euros poorer, but with a full belly and a moderately
Empty mind.
moderately deep rock song in your heart.
Yeah, it's the best description I've ever heard of that.
I enjoy him, to be honest with you. Although I watched the most recent one, I think, where spoilers. He turns on him, and there's a submarine, and it's just getting. I mean, I thought that chase down the runway that seemed to be going half across a continent. that was like, ridiculous, but bloody hell.
No,
If you need to take off in a plane, you're either going to do it within 5 seconds of starting the engines, or it's going to take you 47 minutes. There's no in between.
I mean, if it's a Zack Snyder movie, I could totally buy it for how much slow-mo there is, but Jesus.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, the extended cut, did everyone finish it? I got halfway through it and kind of forgot to go back.
I didn't watch any of it.
I loved it, to be honest. Well, I didn't love it.
We sat and
enjoyed
watched it in one sitting. It was
I
good.
quite enjoyed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it, to be honest with you, and especially the after scene, the kind of the future verse part of it.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I fully intend on going back to it. I did enjoy how it was up to when I stopped, but you know, the time.
To be honest,
I don't have.
as time goes on, yeah, I've come to appreciate the punchy 90-minute movie. You know, even when I'm going through Netflix, like if I see something that's 2 hours and 1 minute, nope. Skip that,
Nope.
like, it's
108, 121. No way.
yeah.
My life. That's it. It's like once you've got money coming in, but you got less time. So it's like,
Speaking of
But like-
punchy movies, how long was Nobody? That was about an hour and a half, was it?
It was.
It was just perfect, really.
Yeah, it
I
was
haven't seen it yet.
all killer enough filler. Haven't you? You should check that
No,
out. this evening.
it's on my list. believe me.
It's honestly my movie of the decade, I would say.
Movie of lockdown.
just so
Oh.
unexpected. Like even after
Yeah.
watching the trailer, I thought, oh, I know how this is going, and then it just
Yeah.
it totally doesn't do it that way. And you go, that was awesome. It was like John Wick if John Wick was just a middle-aged person. It was just it's good though.
Say no more. Say no more.
But yeah, as you say, speaking of punchy movies, anybody watch Mortal Kombat?
No, not yet. I will watch it
that.
though.
I watched that upon your recommendation.
I
Now
see.
Now I feel you owe me something.
I'd like Claire. It's like the
2
Fast and
hours of your
Furious.
life back.
You
That's
take
all.
it for what it is, right? You take it for what it is. I didn't hate it.
I trusted you. I trusted
Okay.
you.
Right.
And you violated that trust.
I keep dropping things. I actually
Here's
enjoy
the-
it
it's just
in a way.
Oh my god, it's like an entire Mortal Kombat movie without a tournament. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
There was no fucking tournament.
Sorry. Sorry, yeah.
Like what?
But I think that needs to be said. That literally needs to be put on the poster of the movie. By the way, there is no tournament in our Mortal Kombat thing, which is a game about a tournament for the sake, for mankind.
Yeah. It's
That
like,
reminds.
are we allowed to talk spoilers in this? About this movie? Yeah. Yeah. It's
Oh,
like
well,
the bit they're like, Lord Raiden, you can teleport anybody, anywhere, anytime. Yes. And he's like, yes, I can. Okay, let's teleport people to separate places and make them fight one-on-one as if it's a tournament. Oh, fuck off. What?
But well, if you can do that, why doesn't he just teleport them into space? Because it's
Exactly.
because it's
Yeah.
still technically not part of the tournament.
Yeah.
He didn't have to fight those people.
Yeah. And then
Entire movie made no sense.
then oh my god, everyone's in danger. Quick, I'll teleport you all to this grey space, which isn't in contravention of the rules at all.
Did you,
What?
did,
They can't
did
follow
you-
us here. Anyway,
Did
Why
you-
didn't you train us here in the first place?
did you ever see the College Humor clip where it was about the original Mortal Kombat game? So it's a tournament, like it's tournament. So it's one guy has to fight 27 people. He's like, I don't think that's how tournaments work.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's just there were some moments that you go that were really good, and it was like Kano steals the show when he is on
Yeah,
screen.
absolutely. Yeah.
He does absolutely steal the show, but Jesus Christ.
I did say
I mean,
that.
the
I'd
bar
said
was
if
high for the movie. The bar was high. Well, actually, scratch it. The bar was a little bit high because he had those webisodes that were actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
Those little 5-minute yokes. And we went, oh, let's make a Mortal Kombat movie, but not do any of the cool stuff that people have already shown you can do.
They see it was more grounded in those webisodes. Like it was like something that could technically actually happen.
Yes.
But
Go on. Tell us about how the Outworld could technically invade the Earth.
you know,
Well,
Pulls up chair.
let me get my chart.
listen, right? So what would happen is Dr. Stephen Strange would do his thing. No, what it was like the webisodes were more grounded. There was more. It's like saying it's more grounded because it's. I don't know. I don't really have a point. I'm going to shut up now.
Well, I think I know what you're saying. It was more grounded in the fact that the characters doesn't mention anything about Outworld. Like Baraka was the guy who self-deforms himself and literally has surgically altered his hands to have blades and so on. And I'm not sure about Sub-Zero and stuff like that, but Scorpion was basically some Hong Kong cop who just uses shit and sets fire to people, I think. So it's like, I mean, it was grounded in that way, and it was actually pretty cool. And Johnny Cage is awesome. And also, that's another reason this movie.
See who is touting himself to be Johnny Cage in the next one if it happens is the Miz. And for anybody who's into WWE, the Miz.
I could see it.
No idea.
Really hope there isn't another movie.
Well, moving on to something that we do hope there's more of, I think. Bad Batch, everybody.
I haven't watched it
I haven't
yet.
watched it either, no.
Okay, so no spoilers, but it is in it. But the best thing that the Bad Batch has done is it proves that stormtroopers aren't bad shots. It just the second you sign on with the Empire, you become myopic and you can't shoot anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stormtroopers. Even when clone troopers join on board, they can't hit shit. So
There's the Empire.
yep,
Absolutely. It's good. The first one was a lot stronger than the second, I think.
Yeah.
The first one had 25 extra minutes to be stronger. And there's a certain dynamic that I feel is being forced early.
There's a second one? But there was
There
only
is.
out this week. Wednesday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
There's another one Friday.
Yeah, no. Yeah, first two are up. So have a watch and you'll see what I mean by this dynamic is kind of being forced early. Unnecessarily. But I like where they're going and I think it could be very strong. Because the characterization of some of those, the main stormtroopers is very, very good. Or whatever they're called.
First 2 minutes alone are pretty damn good.
Just speaking of animated stuff there, just I was coming up there, the kids were watching a movie there. It was the Mitchells versus the Machines.
It's so good.
Yeah, looked really good. Like
so good.
it's very much in this Into the Spider-Verse kind of animation style. I can't
made
really
by the same
describe it.
people.
Right there. Yeah, worth a watch.
Oh,
I saw the first half of it. Looks like a good one.
Didn't mean to shout over you. I just totally forgot I seen that. It's such a good movie. It is possibly the best movie I've seen this year so far. It's just so entertaining. Myself and my brother were just sitting watching that laugh. There's no spoilers, but there's the scene with the robots are scanning the dog, and that's it. Just that's all I can tell you. And I was just pissing our whole stuff. it's just so good. Oh man, it takes a while to get going, but once it takes off, it's hilarious. It hits all the comedic points in it, and it's just awesome. And it's on Netflix, I think.
Yep.
Check it out.
Sure.
So yeah, that's what we've watched, what we will watch, and what's coming down the pipe for us to watch. And some things that we have all probably watched throughout our history. The laughing Spanish guy from all the YouTube videos. The El Recetas, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The wheezy laugh guy.
Juan
Isn't it?
Joya Borja.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh no way!
Mm,
Oh, we'll always have the meme.
we will.
I think that's up there with the Hitler downfall one, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're the two long form ones.
That's it.
You can. It just fits around so much. Like
The Hitler downfall one is especially good. I actually showed that to Mrs. Foxer. But I didn't remember what the context of it was, but I said that's Anthony Hopkins, and she didn't believe me. There you go.
Was it Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
In Downfall?
In Downfall?
Am I thinking of a different?
No, it's not.
meme.
She was right to not believe.
Yeah.
What
The,
I think
the,
of
the Hitler downfall one is the one where he's in the bunker and he takes off the glasses and
Yeah.
he's so angry his hand is shaking and he puts it down and he tells
Yeah,
all the women
that's
to
Anthony
leave.
Hopkins.
And everybody's waiting out in the hall.
No, that is certainly not Anthony Hopkins.
No.
That's a German movie, like.
Hold on.
To the internets.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I promise
Bruno
I
Ganz.
won't make a
Is
clip of this and send it to Mrs. Foxer.
Bruno Ganz was Hitler in that.
Really? Wow.
Mm.
Okay. The bunker.
In Downfall.
That is that not a scene from the film The Bunker?
No, it's a film called Downfall.
Huh. Okay. Is there
Anyway.
one from?
Oh,
the
you are
Bunker?
100% correct. There was a movie called The Bunker from 1981, best year ever, the year I was born. And Anthony Hopkins, well, looks like him in a way, was Adolf Hitler in it. There you go. Well,
I think you actually are in the multiverse, like where the bunker became the meme.
Man.
I would, if you look at that, and I would swear blind. If you go and look at the poster for The Bunker, I would swear blind that that's who it is.
sure, he has the same mustache, like, it's amazing. But no, I'm looking at it there. He looks really, he looks a spitting image of him, like, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Fox is never talking to me again.
I know.
No, it's mad.
Man, it's
Anyway,
there
what
we
if,
go.
Anyway, what have we all been playing?
Who says you don't learn something here? Huh?
There you go. Outriders,
Outright.
basically, for the last week or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you finding it? I haven't actually given it a shot yet, but
It was grand until the spiders came up against the big spider thing. Fuck that spider.
He's the first
Fuck
big
him.
hurdle.
Hmm.
It is
Yeah.
an amazingly fun game, but I think the fun all depends on the class you play and what you like to play as. Because
I'd heard that.
I play as the Trickster, and it's just a ridiculously fun class to play when you're doing the campaign. Endgame, not so much, but it's like you teleport, you get a side blade that hits everybody and freezes them and basically explodes the skin off their skeleton. And then you got a bubble that freezes everybody, and you run around hitting everybody, and the bullets are all deflecting off it. It's a lot of fun. And then you teleport away, and they're all like, "Where do you go?" It's a lot of fun.
I went with the pyromancer because it looked like it would suit my gameplay style the best. Kind of medium distance, and it's got some really cool, super abilities or whatever they're called. There's one where you pound the ground and it sends a thing along and hits the enemy, and if it deals enough damage, they go up into the air and explode and kill all the other enemies around them. But it's pretty cool. There's the perks and stuff that you can get as well on the armor and the guns that you can double up some of your abilities. So I can two-shot the wall of fire one, and I can have fire bullets and stuff like that. It's cool. It's a really cool game. It's very, very well thought out implementation of perks and abilities and all that stuff.
Yeah, because one of the things I will say about it is, in comparison to other looter shooters, is like Destiny and all the other ones, pretty much put them all under the umbrella of that, is all the gear you get while leveling up you don't care about, basically. Not one bit. All it is just an extra number to get you closer to the next level and so on. Whereas in Outriders, even once you start getting blue items, and that's like level 6 or 7, they all have these little things on there that almost change how your abilities work. So for like all of the campaign, you're just messing around with this stuff. Which is the stuff that's usually end game for like Destiny and stuff. It's like, oh, now you have to go get this item to get the best abilities or whatever. But in Outriders, all the way up to it, it's just as fun to mix and match. And then when you break down those things, you can put them onto your other items and The item combining is fun.
It is very fun. It looks really good as well.
Well, there's parts of it that makes me think it plays a little bit like the old school Mass Effect. Shoot different places.
That was my hot take on it. Was it feels like a combination of Mass Effect 1 and Gears of War with some Destiny thrown in. Just right. Chest high walls everywhere as well.
That's handy.
Yeah. Hide down behind chest high wall. Speaking of Mass Effect, the reworked trilogy is this month. Another week or so, I think. Anybody gonna pick it up?
If I had the multiplayer, I definitely would. But I've played those campaigns so many times.
I think I will. I'll just see what they've visually changed. Excuse me. See how they've upgraded the visuals and everything. I think I'll grab it.
I'll definitely wait for the sale. Yeah.
That could actually come to Game Pass actually quickly enough.
Yeah.
Probably will.
Actually, the EA game, I didn't think about that.
Sure.
Because I got really excited by the Mass Effect games coming to Game Pass, but I was trying to play them, and it's all on mouse. And it's a game that my brain just goes, no, I have to use a controller to play this. I played it on the 360, so yeah, it's really looking forward to playing that multiplayer.
Speaking of multiplayer, something else that's happening this month is the Vault of Glass is back.
Yeah, I was reading that. Aye. I'm
I
assuming
feel like I'm looking at three other dudes who've just fallen out of love with Destiny completely.
I dropped off it hard. Like I was big into the last expansion, like, but then when they start moving into the seasons, I just completely hit a wall. But I do that with Destiny anyway. Like I get very hot and cold.
The seasons kind of are what
A bit like the season in Destiny.
are annoying me, I think, most about the game is because seemingly there's story parts attached to it, and then if you miss one season because whatever you're playing other games, you come in and there's parts that are missing, and you're just don't get me wrong. Playing Destiny for the story is just, I don't know. It's like going to see a prostitute for the hugs. I mean, it's pointless, really. It's just.
And then what's his name? Is well, actually, first things first. Ikora Ray, she is no longer being voiced by Gina Torres.
Does she know?
No. So I think we can officially say now that Bungie has cancelled Firefly.
Who is voicing her now?
I don't know. I didn't actually read who the new voice was, but I just know that the old voice is gone, which was Gina Torres. She wasn't. Now, there's a reason behind it. She has no way of recording from home, so they had to bring in somebody else to record the lines, and she, I don't really think she was, as into it as Lance Reddick, who also plays it and main's a warlock, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. That sounds like a really weak excuse, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like Nathan Fillion, I'm pretty sure has a way of recording at home, and they still managed to get rid of him. But what's his name has been voicing the Drifter as well in the last couple of things because of COVID.
Nolan North.
Yeah, Nolan North.
Yeah. I don't think it's confirmed that she doesn't recast there, just according to GameStop spot, whichever one this is. But I think a perfect voice actor for her would be the girl that does the voice of Lana in Archer. They sound.
Oh yeah, what's her name? The one that does the.
She does the Ubisoft press conference.
East. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I could just get Nolan North to do what he does every other fucking voice.
It's like it's soon enough, like the voice actor.
I said this to Al, only in the last couple of days, but Dinklebot still, to this day, is far superior to Nolanbot.
Definitely, yeah.
It's just a
still
writing.
agree.
Yeah, no, but even the way it's like they complained about the portrayal of it, but like it's a fucking small floating robot. It's not supposed to be happy, and you know, it's a fucking robot. It's AI.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
advanced AI, but it's AI.
the thing is, you also have to remember the original trailers and the shows for Destiny before it was released at E3. Dinklebot had a lot more personality. It was like you and him are meant to have like this friendship before the game got totally rewritten, obviously.
Yeah.
But basically, he would go. So I guess you want me to make a light now? And he goes, okay, I'll go. And he's like, better go find some sticks to rub together. And he goes, it's just the delivery, the dialogue was a lot better back then. Or it's,
Yeah, like this wizard came from the moon.
This wizard came from the moon.
They seem to be in a funny spot now as well, where like your own character is talking again. And it's like it's not there for like 4 years or however, and then he starts talking. It's like, Jesus, who's that like?
I mean, I've heard of stoic fucking heroes, but like, Jesus, it'd be like if the next Half-Life comes out and Gordon Freeman all of a sudden starts monologuing as he goes along. Like, I love my crowbar. My crowbar is my friend.
If the next Half-Life comes out,
It'll be
it's been developmental hell for many years.
just being rewritten all the time. It's just they don't want to make it unless the tech makes it forward. It's like you see Half-Life 1 was quite a leap forward for FPS games, and then Half-Life 2 was like the most advanced FPS for a long time after as well. So I think with VR and stuff and what they've done with Alex, I can see them definitely wanting to make a game in VR.
Speaking of a game which would actually be pretty cool in VR, maybe Warzone, which is still around.
Still playing it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all I've played for the last year, I'll be honest.
Warzone's never going away. I'm unsure on the current setting. It feels a bit weird. Like, you're back in time.
I think all of us have kind of not played a lot of it. I'm not
Played a lot, really.
I do like it. Yeah, no, I do like it. I like that they kept the map. Like, I actually was quite disappointed if they were going to change the map completely and you didn't have that map again. Because that map was very well thought out. With all the different climbing routes into buildings and stuff like that. The stuff we learned over the course of the year.
Exactly, yeah.
It's this thing, I don't think they need a new map. You just have to look at games like Dota. That's been the same map for ages. They just kind of rejig the map a little bit every now and again.
Soccer, pool, same thing. Same map all the time.
I mean, the only thing, I wasn't a big fan of the new zombie. At the beginning, I liked the zombies in it, but, it's just...
Fuck off. You pair acknowledge that joke. That was a fucking good joke.
Fuck's sake, give him a gold and get crickets back.
I didn't hear you, sorry, what?
I said soccer and pool are playing the same map all the time. It's never gotten old.
I agreed with you.
He snorkeled. I mean, what more response do you want? I can't even fucking tell Anthony Hopkins apart. How am I supposed to know a good joke?
It's like if they travel you back in time and just go, is this the man who caused all the atrocities? No, that's obviously Anthony Hopkins.
I haven't played as much as I was the last while. I've been busy, but like the meta seems to be better at the moment.
At the moment, I haven't played it since the update yesterday.
What is the meta?
There is no meta.
There is no meta.
Oh,
yeah. Everything's back on the table. You remember that M4A1 that you loved?
Yeah, I do. I remember that M4A1. Ooh.
Back on the
The
table.
kilo.
It was never off the
Kilo. Is there still a bit of room for Kilo there? No?
Yeah. You remember the MP7 that we all loved?
I do remember the
Oh,
MP7.
yeah.
Back on the table.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we may have to play some Warzone this coming week, gents.
Definitely.
Look, it's in a good place. I'm not, like I say, I'm not convinced on the setting as such. I just find that a bit confusing story-wise, but I agree with the honourable gentleman to my left that I'm particularly glad that the map didn't change to a different map.
Yeah.
Just change.
I'm still slightly confused as to why there's zombies running around, or why there were zombies running around, and now why we're back in time. But I'm just rolling with it. So
I think it's very much a time thing. I think this is a whole COVID rush development thing. I think the idea would have been that the map changed with Cold War, most likely, and they kind of cobbled this thing together, seeing as zombies. But it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, bonkers. Within the confines of the story, it's bonkers. But sure, look, come here. It's probably just a multiverse thing.
Have you finished the campaign in Black Ops yet?
I haven't even started the campaign.
Alright.
I think I'm around halfway through. I'm loving it though.
Yeah, that's a really good, like really good campaign. But it actually, well, it's not a spoiler, but like there's characters in that actually tie the Modern Warfare franchise that we know
And,
in the past
yeah.
from COD 4 back together with this. Like,
Right. I guess I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
I'll put it on my list of things that I'm going to check out, which is
I haven't-
huge.
I haven't finished it yet, but there's like one level in. No, I want no spoilers involved in this, but there's one level with a reactor power plant. That's all I'll say. And it's like you go inside and it's totally not what you expect inside, and it was awesome.
oh yeah,
Is it zombies? Is there zombies
Mhm.
inside?
There wasn't, but there was a lot of dead people after I left.
Why did you tell a joke?
No. That was like lead balloon. No, I was
Yeah.
like, let's go. Come on, Dennis, use your brain. Come up with a comeback. Ah,
No.
what I've actually most been playing is I think I'm trying to get better keyboard and mouse. So I've been playing an aim trainer. Essentially, shooting dots is what it is. There's like different things. It'd be like a wall with 6 targets, and as you hit one, another one will appear. Like, so you keep moving around, and there's different settings. Like there'll be tracking where there's like a bot moving, and you follow with your mouse as smooth as you can. Different stuff like that. Like, but it has helped my accuracy a lot. We're playing back a good bit of Siege after that. Like, and you can actually flick the targets and hit them now, whereas before I was getting all crossed up.
Was
I
it
don't think I'll ever
an AM trainer?
Aim trainer.
M trainer.
Aim.
Okay.
aim like aim.
As in,
Oh, aim. There we go. Well done, ears. I'm so old now.
Would you recommend, sir, to anybody who wants to learn the ways of KBM?
I would think so. Yeah, definitely. It definitely helped me. Like, you know.
that's on Steam, is it?
Yeah, it's on Steam. You can get it on CD keys for about £7 as well.
Yeah, because I know there's like free online ones
Yeah,
that you can use.
there's another one. I think it's called Aim Labs, but
Yeah.
I think that Kovacs one is around a long time. It seems to be like the widely embraced one. You know, people are generating scenarios, and there's lots of like if you dig into the Discord and stuff like that, there's actually fellas who've written theses on how on how to actually improve. Like they give you different they break it down by game. So they say like COD is target switching. So it's like essentially you're jumping from target to target and you're holding it for maybe 2 or 3 seconds time to kill. Then there's ones for Valorant, which are essentially just click and Counter Strike, which is essentially point and click.
Yeah.
You know, the target is dead as soon as you think. And then there's ones for Apex Legends, which are all tracking, which is where you're actually there. And Halo now would be another good example of that, where there's long continued fire on a target that's moving in and strafing and stuff like that. So you just select the type of game you're playing, and they'll generate out programs for you. Then literally it'll be ones where there'll be bouncing balls and you're hitting them, or there'll be targets changing position quickly, or an up and down movement. It's really cool. It's very basic looking. It's not the most entertaining thing to play. Like, it does help.
Do you need like a 6900 to run it?
Yeah, I'd say an Atari 2600 going on. I've recorded a few clips of when I started, and I've done intermediate ones in between as well. So I might stitch them together for something at some stage so we can see.
Go and tell.
Yeah, kind of.
And are you going to run it on your new 6800?
6800, yeah.
6800 X.
I'll give it a go on it. Yeah, I had to jump one of those in a fit of madness.
Nice though. It's going to be awesome once you put it in there.
But I know it'll start now. Like I'll start looking at RAM now, and then looking at the CPU. And
this is how it is. Like you've said you weren't going to upgrade. Now
I said I wasn't going to upgrade for maybe 3 years. Like
we're all saying we're not going to upgrade. So you know, the next time we'll all have brand new PCs and everything. Like, it'd be great. That's how it goes.
But graphics cards are still sitting on the ground, like, you know, and you're paying the price.
They're tin in the shops as well.
Aye.
I'm gonna stop now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gonna insert a tumbleweed there. Where did you get yours, Mick?
Overclockers.co.uk.
They've gone turned pure scalping as well. Like they're a shop, they're a retailer. They're not like meant to be scalpers. They're meant to be selling it on to you at retail price.
But I don't think it's much over retail. Like, what's
Is
this? Yeah, what's the 6800 supposed to be?
6800 XT is around to be 660 euros.
They are scalping stuff.
What did you pay, if you don't mind telling the world?
999 GBP.
999 GPP.
Oh, almost double.
Yeah. Wow.
Ouch. Yeah, it's like you literally go to, was it that site that you guys showed me? It's the Hot UK Deals.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like overclockers in there, is like scalpers, they've turned to scalpers. Scalpers turned
To
to
be
scalpers.
fair, I think they all have done. They're all.
But I
trying
think if you were to
turn
buy
it
stuff directly off AMD now, it's gonna the prices are massive. Like,
No,
just-
they're, well, when it's there, directly when it's there, it's 669. That's what they were selling it for. 661, I should say. That's what they were selling it for. And they've got the, like, just looking at it right now, like they got the 5800X processor, which you need to get now, Stoney, because go to card. That's 457 euros on their site.
What's the MSRP on that?
That's 457 as far as I'm aware for the 5800X.
But if you want to buy it from overclockers, you can pay £1,200.
That's it. It's like
Your
that's
choice.
just. Oh, okay, no, it's okay, that's like 40 euros over. Oh, that's the dollar price. Okay, never mind. VAT.
I think they're all at a door, aren't they? Scanning and a whole lot of them when they have them, they're all.
but sure, it's like this.
Big
Like
money.
they reckon the bottleneck isn't going to go away anytime soon. So this is going to be
yeah.
this is going to be a 2-year problem.
Yeah,
So,
at
and this is probably a 4-year card. Until the next gen comes. Like so.
Oh, I'm not slating you for getting it. Like, I'm just slating them for selling it at such a high price.
Oh no, I did. Yeah, jeez, I'm not taking that way at all. But like it's just these are going to hold their value for a long time. Yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Even the older cards, like the.
Well, sure, the
580,
cards that we've got,
590.
yeah, all have jumped stupidly in price
Yeah.
since we bought them. Like,
Yeah, it's like you could sell it for twice the price I bought it at. And at the time when I bought it, people were telling me it was
you
stupidly
sell
expensive.
for more than twice the
Yeah.
price.
More than
Yeah.
twice the price, yeah. It's mad. And like when you factor that in, then by the time I've my own card shifted on, like it's not really going to be that much.
Yeah,
No. What? As a matter of interest, when you bought your original 5700 variants, what did you pay for them?
340.
I was 320 or something.
Let me just see.
I paid for something for the 5700. That's the
When did we build last year? Was it around?
Sapphire
April?
one.
June. I think.
June.
Yeah, April, May, June.
Yeah, I spent, including shipping, 419 from Germany.
Let me double check.
I'm just looking it up here now. Is it?
Mine's not. Oh no, it was 300 and something. No, sorry, that's something else. That's 380 with shipping. But I didn't get the XT. I just got the regular 57.
I bought the regular 5700 as well. And I paid. For Jesus, it's longer than 6 months.
Sorry, I paid 389. That's what I paid for.
Actually, that sounds about right. Yeah.
I paid. 377 euros and 15 cent for the Sapphire Pulse 5700.
Yeah, so it's all pretty much around the same price, really.
400 and something shipped it was, I think.
Now you can sell it for nearly 800. It's like,
I'd say it's sell 50.
Well, the original graphics card I had in this was the Sapphire 580 Nitro,
The Nitro Boost
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
and I paid 140 for that.
Yeah.
Now I sold it on to a mutual friend of all ours for 140, but that's selling second hand at the moment for like 350, 400.
Yeah.
Which
it's another
is
Dogecoin.
I'm the same. I
what's that,
paid
yeah.
for 129 pounds. I paid for mine, 580.
Yeah.
And I sold it for 160 euros, I think.
And they're a damn good card as well.
They are. They do 1080p You'll even push them to 1440. Like
You will. At a locked 60, you'll do
yeah.
all right. Yeah.
I've got mine upstairs running away as a little miner at the moment.
Mhm.
So maybe I won't get as much money when I sell it on. But still.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of sucking
FPS.
the money out of you, does anybody see any? Mike, you're a biker, aren't you?
I was Al in a previous
Yeah.
life.
Same as myself. Either of you
PC before
No.
children.
yeah. Ever been on a motorized two-wheeled vehicle?
Yes.
Dan?
Mm-hmm.
This so like you can buy like biker vests and jackets that have airbags in them, and they like if you're in a crash they auto deploy and save your life or whatever. Anyway, this latest one from Klim in motion or in motion is €400 or $400 to buy, but you then have to pay $12 a month for it to activate if you're in a crash.
What?
Yeah.
How does that actually work? I wonder.
Is it made by Boeing 7? But it sounds like it's made by Boeing or something, isn't it?
So basically, it has the was it the Klim AI1 airbag deployment module in it, which you plug into the back of the jacket, and it connects to your phone through an app, and you have to go into the app and pay. You can pay £12 a month or £100 a year, and it will protect you. Or you can pay an extra $400 outright, and you have the functionality for life then.
Buy 10 months of living, get 2 free.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's just why would you build a subscription model into a piece of life-saving equipment? I don't get it.
Can you imagine if they tried bringing that in with pacemakers?
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, we've remotely changed the software in your pacemaker now, so it's going to stop if you don't pay us money.
Yeah.
This
Or
thing
even-
isn't operating off cell signal. Like it's not obviously checking.
No. So basically, yeah, you plug before you get on your bike, you plug it into the jacket, and there's LEDs in it that tell you if it's active or not active because you haven't paid.
Fuck.
And yeah, like the whole little module, so long as the lights are green on it and it's activated, it'll function as it should and detect
your
if
phone-
you've been clipped or if you're off the bike or whatever.
So it's not hooked up to your phone. You activate it through the app.
It's just activated through your phone. Yeah, you obviously have to. I would assume when you get on the bike, you have to turn it on through your phone.
Sorry, bad choice of words, but Jesus Christ. Can
Yeah.
you imagine if you try bringing that in as like Elon Musk comes out tonight going new Tesla, and for just €10 a month we'll let our airbags deploy for you. Whoa.
No,
that
Tesla
already
have
happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla, you have to pay extra for extra power in the Tesla.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elon Musk is not beyond pulling stunts like that.
But that's extra power. And that's one thing, is like extra power is going further. This is literally a life-saving device that's a standard in every car since the 70s, I think. You know, but now they're charging you a subscription fee.
Well, there's two things. Like I think every Tesla is actually built the same, and like it's like they
Yeah.
all have the lane guidance, self-driving, all that. It's just whether you actually pay for the license for the software to have it on. Like, the other thing is like D and Easy or Alpine Stars have these systems already, these airbag systems. Like, so why you would sign up for this as opposed to just getting one of those is beyond me. Like,
Yeah, it's because it's only costing you an initial outlay of £400. That's why they're all like 800, 900, a grand. Yeah, I don't actually know how much are the tether ones generally. They're normally a bit cheaper, are they not?
I haven't like that. No, I haven't checked.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at bike stuff in years. No.
Same.
I do have a device. I do have a device that can check prices at a matter of keystrokes.
I mean, in my head, from how you've described that, I just imagine it just turns into a big Zorb ball, and you just bounce down the road safely after it crashed, and you come.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
The cheapest one by D and Easy is, and they'd be an upmarket one, is 1,300 quid on FC Moto. RST would be what I would class as a lower tier. They have one for 1,180.
Yeah.
Which is...
So I mean, I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it affordable enough to get into, but still. Now they do say if you're, so say your credit card is, say you change your credit card but you forget to update the details on the app, they will give you warnings that they haven't been able to take the money, and you get a month's grace period to rectify that. So like if the billing cycle comes round, you change your credit card last week, the billing cycle comes round, it bounces, it doesn't get paid, you've then got a month to sort out, and they will email you, they will notify you through the app that you have to.
Nuts.
So I'm looking at these now. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I can see what they're trying to do, but I just there's something inherently feels bad about it.
I think it's absolute madness.
There used to be saying there when you were biking, like if you're looking at helmets, like if you want to get a €50 helmet, if you've got a €50 head, it's the fucking
exactly
school of thought.
It's just I'm looking at it like, and I'm going. You mentioned that you can pay the extra 400 and get your lifetime cover, and I'm going. Still, if you're going full peg with one of these things, you're still probably going to die.
Yeah.
So maybe the €12 is basically you going, sure, I'm going to die soon anyway. You just get in cheap. Be grand.
Well, like it'd never surprise you what people will do to cut corners in the interest of money, like.
Yeah. Like if you're driving on something and you're not paying proper money for your protection gear like that, that's your own bloody fault. To be honest with you.
Well, having been knocked off a motorized two-wheeled vehicle and hit the dirt, I'm glad I was wearing all my gear that day.
Humans aren't really built with crumple zones in mind.
No,
or
not at all.
squishy.
You are the crumple zone.
That's it. Our entire body is a crumple zone for the brain, basically.
That poor man went home in a bucket.
Those horrible things is like when the rain's out and everybody's going up, donor cycle season. It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of it, because the roads here are just septic. Like it's too dangerous. Like even in the last 10 years, the way the roads around this country have deteriorated. There's potholes everywhere, and then you've got summer season rolls along, and the silage kids are out, 13-year-olds with their fucking 900 tons of machinery with spikes in the front of them to impale you as you come around the corner. So I said,
because
like
like 1 month into lockdown, 1 month before lockdown, I passed my theory test for biking. And so lovely, I'm going to get this. Lockdown starts. And there hasn't been lessons since. So I'm sitting there for a year and 3 months now with a learner's permit, and no one's doing lessons.
do you have a bike?
Not learning.
Well, no, there's a training center in Cork that you can just go down to, and they give you the called this, and then you can get some sort of I can't think off the top of my head what it is. I got a list here. It's been a while since I looked at it. But they can also test you on a certain thing, and if you do very well there, you get lower insurance as well.
Yeah, it's Surf for AXA. It's like a competency test.
Anyway, moving on.
Just speaking of very quickly, how do we all think we do in a full driving test now?
Fuck off.
Full driving test.
Yeah.
Well,
do you think you passed the driving test?
Yeah, I'll probably do as well as ever because I don't have a license. Can't imagine that.
Sony is staying very quiet there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be confident enough, but like again, it's the silly habits that.
That's it. Like, if I
You
was
wouldn't
just
check.
if I was just to drive as I drive normally at the moment,
Yeah.
with somebody in the passenger seat grading me, no, I would not pass. Like if it was under test conditions, then I would try my best. But...
I think it's still making silly mistakes.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest. Anyway, that's just an interesting.
Hanging out the window shouting wanker is generally frowned upon.
Go on.
Did everyone pass their test first time?
Yeah.
Second time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't sit with us.
It was a fix, though. I should not have failed.
You won your gulag and got it in the second
round.
Say again, Boxer?
Was it a Rangers fan?
Must have been a Hearts fan, huh? Speaking of, Hibs just made it through to the final, the Scottish Cup final today. So you should all be cheering.
Congratulations on second place. It was hard fought.
Yay, sports.
So I know I have one, and I know Mick has one. Does anyone else have a Series X or a Series S?
I do not.
I actually have both.
Right. So Mick, how are you finding it? 6 months into ownership.
Well, do you know what? No, I was actually looking at them both during the week, gathering dust. So I said I'd better play something. So that's why I started Nier Automata. But I've been. The other one actually plays Disney Plus really well. Fucking streams it beastly like. But
I doubled my usage.
Huh?
Since the last time we spoke, I doubled my usage. I'm now up to 4 times. So 100% return on that.
Yeah, actually, the game I play most often on the Series S is deleting
Netflix.
this game so I can put in another one that I won't play because the hard drive is so small now.
Yeah.
It is the hard drive equivalent of the Resident Evil inventory system, where you have to fucking jiggle things around and fucking move them in, and take one out so you can put in the other.
Rotating the games just under the slot.
Oh.
That's actually a great way to describe it. Bloody hell.
I'm looking forward to when the hard drive is fucking tiny. I'm looking forward to when the price of the expansion drives inevitably falls, or a third party
Will it
version
fall,
comes out. They'll have to allow a third party type. I know Seagate seem to have the whole market cornered there, but eventually there'll be a third, or Microsoft will bring out a proprietary own branded one made by someone else.
What's the price of it? It's stupid, isn't it? It's like 200.
250.
250?
No? Is it 250 again?
For a terabyte?
They were holding around 200 there in Amazon Germany for a while.
The thing no one is talking about is how Sony still haven't updated their firmware to allow you to use the
NVMe's.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, apparently it's very finicky that they're only compatible with a certain tier of them, which is why it's not happening. And that's probably the case with the Series X as well. It probably needs a very specific one, which is why they've paired up. I think otherwise you'd see some fella generating a little adapter or dongle that you can slot an NVMe in it, and it'll mate with that drive. So it obviously isn't. There's more to it than meets the eye, I would think.
Yeah, probably. The prices will have to fall at some stage. They can't stay as high as they are. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can buy that WD Black NVMe, the 2 terabyte one, was how much that everyone tried to buy?
€500, wasn't it?
Well, how much did
the one with the heat shield was 400? I think was it?
Yeah.
And it was like a missed price on the other one.
Oh, the missed price was like it was £100 or something.
Yeah. Did anyone actually get it?
I don't think
Or did everyone get their money back?
I think they all got cancelled because legally they're allowed to cancel it if
you can buy like an NVMe for a terabyte NVMe for like 100 and something quid.
Well, I got the terabyte Black Western Digital for 100.
Yeah.
That was through Amazon warehouse deal. I was just very lucky at the time. But
the pricing
is crucial one. Is it the P1? I think that I got the same one.
Sorry?
Was that the crucial P1 that time? I think I got the same one.
No, it's the Western Digital Black. Whatever. Without the heat shield. I was going to go for the heat shield one. I was like, I don't actually need that for an extra 20 quid.
I have an integral one. Works fine. Just holds, Call of Duty. And
Barely.
And that you can't update it or anything.
No, it's always on Call of Duty. The 120 frames per second boost. Have you a way of taking advantage of that, Mick? Or
No.
Are we staring down the barrels of some
Well,
television
I
upgrade?
suppose I could probably plug it into the PC monitor here and have a look at it, like, but really, like, why would you bother?
Yeah.
I don't know who I was saying it to, but I was having. I think that I said to you actually, like that I come looking at the TV 43-inch television playing Outriders. I found it very heavy on the eyes.
Yeah.
Playing it, yeah, going from a 27-inch 1440p monitor back to a 4K 43-inch monitor TV. I just found it very tiring. I guess it was the amount of real estate on the screen.
Don't sit so close, because otherwise you're like this.
Well, funnily enough, I actually booted up PUBG on Stadia outside in the living room the other evening, and I was sitting on the end of the chaise lounge.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, the chaise lounge.
Ooh.
But that's what I was like. I was
Paint me like one of
zipping
your
around
French girls.
yeah, I was zipping around the screen like that, and I did say to Mrs. Foxter, I don't know how anyone plays on a big ass screen, like a 55-inch screen. That would do my head in.
Just sit really far back at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'd be around 8 feet away from my GV when I play, which I haven't played. Like my Xbox Series X, which is the old school X, is only used as a 4K disc drive these days.
That's pretty much all mine's used for at the minute now. I
Yeah.
was concerned, like, I think as you all know, I'm moving house shortly. And we're going to have a dedicated room for computer and recording.
Man
and
cave! Man cave!
Right,
Yeah!
Finally.
No, we don't call it a man cave though. We don't call it a man cave.
Studio.
Pleasure room.
Yeah.
Non-binary cave.
Non-binary cave. And I was thinking maybe just put the Xbox in there and hook it up to the HDMI in on the monitor and see how we go on.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Because it literally just sits under the TV now and
Looks at you.
yeah. I walk in and I'm like, hey Google, turn on the living room, and she turns on the Xbox because it's all hooked up. That's the only time it gets turned on.
I wonder, are we going to be boostering about televisions?
Sorry, Google was trying to turn my living room on there. What was that?
Televisions, like, I'm due to get a television or two, probably this year or next year. Like, are these going to be like hen's teeth now as well? Decent ones.
They could be.
TVs.
Yeah. They could well be.
Oh no.
I'd say you should be able to pick up like last year's models.
Yeah.
Handily enough.
I'm not really looking at like at the minute now. Like, I've only one smart TV that's probably up to the task at the moment, but like that's missing. It doesn't have Disney Plus on it, and the App Store is closed, so it'll never be on it.
What
So
brand is that?
That's Panasonic.
Alright.
That's the 43-inch Panasonic, and then the Hisense. None of the video apps work on it. There's a Fire Stick plugged into that.
None of them.
Nah, just don't know what the story is with it. Like, I've
That's
tried
odd.
factory reset and everything.
Now this is where I come down to it. I would, if I could buy a non-smart TV, I would.
Yeah.
Because I have an Nvidia Shield. I've got 3 Chromecasts. Probably will buy the Chromecast with Google TV at some point. I don't need smart TV functionality. Like,
Yeah.
See, the problem in this house is there's 2 small people, and
yeah.
remote controls just they evaporate. Like,
It's like having a dog that hasn't learned how to chew stuff.
the couch in the main room has 2 recliner bits and the job where the
400
legs
remotes
kind of kick up,
between the cushions.
and like they go down there like into the rails of the fucking recliner things, like
Yeah.
so they're with a
Snapped in
coat hanger
half and
trying to
stuff.
rake them out, like, and
Uh,
the dog is snapped in half, but it's just fucking real fiddly spot to get them out of.
I wonder what is the smallest in the current market TV that has 120 or is capable of 120 frames. Because if I was buying a TV for the Series X now, or the Series X, I wouldn't buy one bigger than 43 inches.
Like TCL.
If that's all you're going to be using it for, then
Yeah, that's all I'm going to be using it for. Because I have
just get a monitor.
It's the problem with
Speakers is the big problem, really.
Yeah.
Speakers.
Just get a monitor. Well, you can. Yeah, most monitors probably have a way of.
When was the last time you didn't use headphones while you were playing game?
Yesterday when I was playing
Same.
Outriders.
Yeah, I generally don't use the headset
Yeah.
unless I'm playing
No?
online. Like, no.
Yeah. I tend to use speakers when I'm using it.
Philistines.
In this house, it's kind of categorized. Once the headphones go on, you're actually gaming. Like, you know, so it's
Right, okay.
you know, whereas it's it's akin to just kicking back if you're using
You
speakers.
can
Like,
still chat away.
yeah.
Got you.
I'd be curious to see what's available. I suppose new TVs tend to drop June, July, don't they? That's kind of the release schedule for new
And then
televisions. I'd be
the clear out
interested
in
to
the run
see.
up to Black Friday. Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting.
funnily, last year I was looking for a smaller TV, and like the smallest sort of size you can get now is 32 inch.
Mm. Yeah.
And you generally, they'll only be 1080p. It was
1080p.
hard to find something that was 4K in that size.
You could get smaller ones, but they're all like 720, which, I mean, let's face it,
Yeah.
everyone's 720.
But in saying that, you don't really need 4K at that size, I don't think, if you're going to be sitting close up. Or far away, rather.
You only need 4K at that size if you're, right up on top of it.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be right up on top of it like that, using it for gaming, and you want something small, then you might as well get a monitor. So, you're back to square one on that. So anyway, that's the Series X and the Series S. You have a Series S as well, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually play that more than the other one. But
Is that
once
just
the
because of the location, or?
Yeah, the location at the moment. I'm waiting until we're doing up the front room slowly but surely, but that should be finished in a couple of months, and it'll go in there then, away from the kids.
You need any insulation?
The installation like GPUs.
Yeah.
Scalpers.
Yeah. Cool. Speaking of Outriders, it's we were talking about Outriders, weren't we? Yeah,
We were.
talking about Outriders. Not Outriders. The games that have been announced recently. Division 2 free to play type thing. Some announcements which I only barely passed over. Heartlands, is that what it's called?
I think it's called Heartlands. Yeah, it's set.
I've seen it pop up in the chat yesterday, but I was in work. I didn't actually pay much attention to it. What is it?
I think details are very thin on the ground. It's basically going to be a free to play division game set away from the cities. It's going to be somewhere like, I don't know if it's quite Bible built, but like, that kind of a more rural setting.
Far
Middle
Cry
America.
5 type stuff.
Literally, my mind went straight to Far Cry 5,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. Like, but like they're totally different games, totally different engines, so I don't think there's any crossover there.
Yeah. See, Division is like one of those games. It's like, I'd love a single player game in it, to be honest with you, because there's a lot there to build with. Like, you're a lone agent in a town or something. You have to help protect it, whatever. At the time, it's just these super bullet spongy guys just kind of throws you out of it.
Division 2 could benefit from a survival mode.
I forgot we were meant to be playing that.
Yeah.
We
Really
were
should.
installing that.
I need to unlock that again on the PC. But no, that was, I think survival was certainly my favorite part of Division.
It was
Division
the best
2
fun.
I never really got into, to be perfectly honest.
I never finished that. I don't think I never finished the story. I mean,
In which 2 is it?
in 2, yeah.
See, I quite liked 2, more for the fact that when you're going around Washington DC and you're going into a lot of the missions are in places that if you've been to the States and you've been a tourist, you can go, I know this place, the aquarium, this, isn't that. You kind of go, no, that's pretty cool. But at the same time, you're like, stories just so. I mean, I don't know. It feels like they're missing a step. Like the first one, I quite liked the story to a degree, and then it just stopped. The story literally stopped. There wasn't really any resolution or anything.
Must take a look. It's on sale quite frequently. I see. So maybe I'll pick it up. I think it might actually have bought cheap. from Ubisoft Store.
You probably have it somewhere.
I have
Like,
it somewhere, I'm sure.
I was-
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
Wasn't
I
it
think
free?
we did
Sure,
buy
isn't
it, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
I
maybe-
definitely bought it on Xbox, but I think I bought it on PC.
Well, one of us bought it on Xbox. I don't know who it was, to be honest.
because it was I bought it at Xmas Christmas for like dirt cheap. It was like a $5 with everything.
Are you talking about 2 or 1 now?
2.
Oh yeah, 2 was 15 quid before
Yeah.
Christmas for the
I'm
Ultimate
pretty
Edition.
sure I
Yeah.
bought it.
that
I think I bought it.
Maybe we should do that then. Play that. Apex has a resurgence in popularity again because of Titanfall tie-ins or
They
something.
bought so Apex brings in new characters every month or two, like, and they've introduced one with ties to. She's the daughter of a villain from Titanfall 2. Is Viper, I think, is the one who it was. But for some reason, the fans got mega jazzed up about it, and Titanfall 2 went to its highest concurrent player count
Yeah.
since the game was launched. So that game seems to be booming at the moment. And there was some kind of community event where they tried to get as many people to log on as possible at a certain time. It must be the anniversary of the game or something, is it?
I don't know. No, I don't know. No, it released in a horrible place because they released it just between Battlefield 5 and the COD game that came out that year.
Black Ops 4 probably, is it, or something?
It got screwed rightly.
Yeah.
Like,
I do
And-
remember that. The release schedule killed it.
and to be honest with you, it's still one of the better multiplayer shooters out there to play. Like that's
Funnily
not
enough,
like a battle royale.
A friend of mine that I work with recently only started playing it, and she's loving it.
There's
The
just something
multiplayer?
about it. Yeah.
Is it?
The Apex, sorry, she's
Oh.
absolutely loving Apex, even though she's obviously getting absolutely murdered in every lobby she goes into because she's such a low level. But
But the new mode is it's not a battle royale. It's like it's
like
team of
3v3 or something, is it?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure the way they did it, but I think it's like you've got the big map and they're sectioned off into sections. So it's like 3v3 here and 3v3 there, and the winners go on to fight the next kind of that kind of
Actually,
round.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea then.
Apex is a game I keep meaning to go back to, but never do.
And then I tried going back to it recently because I remember when it first launched, I was doing decently. I'd win every now and again, and now I just went back to it. I just got destroyed.
The skill ceiling in Apex is very, very high because the time to kill is so long.
You're
So
just flying all around the place, and you're like, shit.
I don't have the hand-eye coordination for this. Is I think what I usually.
That's it. I just hit 40 there in April. It was just like the hands are just starting to get gnarled now.
Happy birthday! Welcome to the club.
Oh yeah, it was celebrated. It was great. We went nowhere.
To the kitchen. We went to the kitchen,
And we did. It was good. So, drank way too much.
Apex and Titanfall, a match made in heaven. PlayStation and Discord, potentially a match made in hell.
I know.
So yeah, this basically the Discord. Is Discord going to be the proprietary chat on PlayStation now? Is that how this is working, or is it going to be in conjunction with PlayStation chat?
I'd assume they're probably going. I can't imagine they're going to get rid of what they have because technically it's only a partnership, and partnerships can end. They don't own.
So are they just going to? Are they just going to integrate Discord into?
I'd say it's more of an integration thing. The way they try to integrate Twitch.
It's just
Which
an app running.
I'd
Which would be
assume so.
great
On Xbox,
if they brought it on Xbox as well. Yeah.
I think it's only a matter of time, really, before Discord is integrated across the board. It's,
I
it's,
think. I
it
mean,
makes
I,
the most sense.
I think Discord's
Especially with crossplay
really
and
good. Like, yeah, Discord's an amazing app. It's what we're using to record this right now. So
It's what we use when we play games.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And if you had it on Xbox as well, I think it would open everything up.
And if you've got one voice chat that basically crosses everything, like,
Yeah.
and Xbox are all about crossplay and all about playing and playing, then you should have a chat that crosses everything as well.
yeah.
Makes sense.
So I think the big question is: Did Microsoft actually try to buy Discord, or was it just?
They came out and said they didn't. They said that there were discussions to work with Discord, but they never said they didn't deny that they were ever going to try and purchase it. So, I mean, and I think if Microsoft purchased Discord, it'd be a bad idea because
They ruined Skype.
they
Like-
ruined.
What do they use for voice chat on Xbox? Because when we came from 360 to the last gen, there was a huge jump in quality, in clarity. Like
It's
and then-
proprietary. I think it's based on
Skype.
Skype,
is it?
but it's
Yeah.
not actually. It doesn't integrate with Skype, which is mad.
Yeah.
It's built into the system, so it's
Yeah.
Well, just to go back to why we use Discord for recording this, we've tried Skype and it's terrible. Well, okay, it's not terrible. It works, and it has NDI integration, which is great for OBS. But like sound quality through it is terrible. Video
Skype is
quality
really
isn't the greatest.
fucking 90s looking app still, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, when you fire it up, like it looks like you got on a CD in a petrol station, and when you put it in, this is to ring Nana in Australia is what it looks like.
from a guy hanging around the back there. You know, so he's also got call cards. You know,
Aye.
but yeah, it's like the big bubbly logo and whatnot. It's like
It reminds me of do you remember the original Windows Media Player, Windows Power Player, or whatever.
Yeah.
those are the days.
Is it Power Amp or
Power Amp.
Winamp.
Winamp? Sorry.
Do you remember the real player?
Oh yeah.
That's if you're serious into your stuff, like
Real Player. You used to have to download Real Player every time you put the disc in, even though you already had Real Player. You must now download me again.
Jesus, I remember organizing games of Quake using that fucking ICQ. Yuck.
Jesus, quick.
That's fuck. We're old.
I think Grumpy Bros, as the fact that we are Grumpy Bros, we should have a retro game at night.
That'd be
Jesus.
good. Aye.
Serious Sam. That would be
Sam.
some nice. Or the original Counter-Strike.
I think I've got that actually.
Counter Strike 1.6.
Yeah.
It's probably free, is it?
Sure.
No, if it's on Steam, it's not. They'll charge you money for it. I'd say it's probably like €2. Like
Here's this thing that's 90 years old. Give us your money. I'm Gabe Newell.
I think it was a mod, like, so it's for the original.
Do people still play Team Fortress?
It was let's play Team Fortress. There we go. That's it. That's what we do.
I'd like to play
That's
the
how we do.
original, not Team Fortress 2, like the original Team Fortress 2 before it turned into a hat collection game for some reason. It was so much fun when it first launched. It's like it was literally what Overwatch is to a degree, like 8 years before Overwatch became a thing.
Yeah.
And then Overwatch comes out and goes, "Oh my god, it's such an original game," and you're kind of going, "Huh?" Oh. Yeah, €8 still for the original Counter Strike,
Jeez.
which is the same price as the current Counter Strike as well. So I'm guessing they really want you to go for the current.
When's the new Overwatch out actually?
Don't think it's
Overwatch 1.5.
But yeah, a while is it? Or is it next year or?
I think it was September or something like that, wasn't it? But like that kind of tied into the Apex Legends there. Like apparently there's a lot of Overwatch streamers leaving to go play Apex because Overwatch they're doing no
There's
events
nothing,
and nothing at all. Like
They literally cancelled their esports division, the department, I should say, Blizzard, and they're surprised they've lost 30% of their player base in the last 6 months.
did anyone here ever play Overwatch? No.
I played it a lot when it first launched. I loved it.
I think I played it for one evening and that was it.
Yeah, it just didn't hook me either. Like I didn't see what the draw was. But again, not every game's for everyone.
Well, I mean, like I can totally get why people didn't like it. Like, I mean, I enjoyed it because it was fun trying to figure out the good combos of the characters. You know, right? The guy goes out here, you get this person to follow behind, and it's like they work together very well. But in the end, it was just got very stale very quick for me. But I think I played it myself, and Yub played it for like 2 weeks, a lot, and then that's it.
I know a mutual friend of ours, Titan Germ, was big into Overwatch for a long time there. I don't know if he actually does he play anything anymore except PlayStation 5 games. I think he's
All two of them.
All two of them, yeah. Just as you say, they cancelled their esports division. A bunch of people left Stadia again. 6 staffers left to go join Haven Studios, which is what Jade Raymond founded after leaving.
Yeah, the head guy.
Were these people not to do with the Stadia?
John Justice. Yeah.
Were these people not to do with the John Justice? Yeah, were they not to do with the game studio rather than Stadia?
Yeah. So Jade Raymond was the.
So they didn't really leave. They were just
Stadia
told
VP.
last month they don't have a job anymore.
Yeah, well, she was VP of Stadia, like for some kind of she was head of in-house development. I think I could be wrong with that. I think she was head of in-house development.
What games has Jade Raymond actually shipped? Because Jade Raymond strikes me as a very pretty lady
She was
who's wheeled out of trees and all this kind of stuff, and everyone seems to love her. But
Yeah.
Was she not responsible for some of the Assassin's Creeds?
Maybe the later Splinter Cell, Conviction, the shit.
She
led
led the creation
which
of the
one was
first.
that?
She led the creation of the first Assassin's Creed. She was the producer on The Sims Online, and she was an executive producer on Assassin's Creed 2 and Watch Dogs and The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, which is the best name for a game ever.
I just hear the word producer and my brain just goes. They actually do anything? It just my brain just associates a producer with what producers of movies like. Sometimes they just turn up and just eat sandwich.
No, she's head of Haven Entertainment Studios, which is a new independent studio, which is basically under Sony's banner now. So they're independents in as independent as Naughty Dog, really. I think.
Yeah, she's had her name associated with a few decent games there. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2 is still really good.
Yeah, Bloodlines is actually good.
Wait, was Bloodlines the second one or the third one?
Bloodlines was.
Because I remember Assassin's Creed 1 was okay but buggy. 2 I loved, and then there was one straight after that was you kind of got in charge of your own little assassin people.
That was Brotherhood. Bloodlines was the PSP one. So Bloodlines I think was at the same time as Brotherhood.
Oh, she was in charge of Blacklist. Man, I loved Splinter Cell back in the day.
Yeah.
we could badly do a new Splinter Cell.
I
Imagine even a remake of the first one now with ray trace graphics and stuff like that. Do you remember, like, was it Singapore where the first level was, where you were kind of going through the plastic flaps going to the restaurant and you defends? That'd look amazing.
Yeah.
And just because it's like one of those games that has one of the most iconic sounds in gaming is like just when he turns on his headset, but it's like literally your brain, you hear that these days and you just go Splinter Cell.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see a remake of. Siphon Filter.
Never played it.
But PlayStation just closed that company, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Games for Bob, is it? No,
Siphon Filter was like the most it was the most fun game on PlayStation 1, but you probably brought out a level of sociopath in me, because it's like you had these amazing weapons of like sniper and SMG and shotgun, yet I always went around with the taser that if you shot people in the head and just held the button for long enough, they'd go up in flame.
Yep.
I was like, maybe that's an early sign that they should really get me in with a psych ward or something.
That now in Colony Wars, I think, would be top of my remake list.
G-Police, yeah. G-Police was great game.
Bloody hell, I love G-Police. The cutscenes in between, and that was a hard game, man. But once you figured it out, it actually felt like bloody worth to win that.
Actually, talking of those games and all stuff, just reminded me the Die Hard game that was on PlayStation was actually pretty good.
Die Hard trilogy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
but
three of them.
I see Call of Duty are tweeting there. It looks like they're putting 80s movies characters in Warzone. John McClane and Rambo.
Oh,
God, they're going the Fortnite route,
Mortal Kombat route.
Oh, speaking of 80s movies, there's a game I was actually playing there recently. It was very fun. It is the new Predator game. It's been out for a while. It's basically, do you hear of Evolve, where there's like a monster it's basically that, but with a predator. So you got 4 regular people in the jungle and the predator's hunting them.
What
is it? Is the Predator AI or is it?
Oh no, somebody plays the Predator.
Predator Hunting Grounds, is it?
That's the one. Yes, it just hit Steam.
Hmm.
So I got it doesn't have amazing reviews, but I was playing with two mates there recently, and we got destroyed by the Predator, but it was actually fun, and it felt a little bit like the movie. Because the prick was haunting you down, and you don't have heat vision or any shit like that, but it's pretty good.
You can buy it on the Epic Store for $39.99.
You can't play with people on Steam if you do. Problem.
Can you not? That seems ridiculous.
Because it's like I don't know, Ashes. Was it? Remnant from the Ashes. If you have it on Epic, they don't let. I'm not sure if it's they don't let you play with Steam or they just can't figure out how to get it to work with Steam. So there's
Or
a
they
few.
don't want to figure out how to get it to work with Steam, probably.
There's a few games like that, like so. It's so if you want to play, if you're buying a multiplayer game, make sure you buy it on Steam.
Well, let's
Hi
see.
Steam, I will shield your shit. Give me money, but buy your stuff on Steam because you're pretty much guaranteed it'll work.
It's the same price on Steam anyway, so it's all one.
Yeah.
So 2 CD keys it is.
Yes, but it's actually quite good. I haven't played as the Predator yet, but I heard it's a lot of fun to play as.
Wasn't there a similar game with Jason running around after you?
There's loads of
Recently.
those now, that Dead by Daylight and all this kind of crack. Friday the 13th, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those games seem to be tailor-made for trying to get the streamer audience, where they want wailing away like little sissies with their buddies.
So this one, it actually you feel like you have a bit of agency because you got guns and shit and you can shoot them and you have to figure out you get stuff done. But in those games, it's like you have to run around, pick up the fuel, get to the generator, fuel the generator, doors open, go to the car, get. This is like you're not fighting at any point. You're just being hunted down, which kind of plays into the 80s slasher movie, but it's just
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
musical by what a music.
Why are you shaving? You don't
Don't
have a
have a
beard.
beard.
Remember when
Speaking of people moving on from where they were, Giant Bomb.
I didn't hear this. This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah,
Three of the OGs.
are gone, yeah. It's,
Oh.
they were recently taken over by there was some corporate merger or something like that, and the property was moved on. And the East Coast crew, for the most part, two of them, Vinny Caravetta and Alex Navarro, are gone, and Brad Shoemaker is gone from the West Coast, which is actually, it's not often I get sad about a website, but this was quite the bummer of a week.
These guys were always like reliable. I mean, like you might not agree with them or what they say and stuff, but you could kind of you trust what they're saying. That what they're saying is what they feel, as opposed to being paid to say it.
Giant Bomb were around a long time, 13, 14 years.
Yeah, no, they did their 10-year anniversary last year. They were, I think it was last year.
Because I remember, like the last time
They were acquired by Red Ventures in September last year. Soon after the announcement, multiple people were laid off, so that might have something to do with it.
I mean, it's kind of like IGN back in the day before it was bought up and just turned into the shite it is now. It was, like it was literally the Gamers Network. It was at the time it was just like everything about games and stuff, and then they got taken over and just, the staff started leaving, and then
I think the last time IGN was good was when Halo 3, just before the Halo 3 release.
IGN used to be a great site.
Yeah.
they were like the best, and now it's just like give us money, you get a good review.
Yeah.
Possibly,
They're a
allegedly.
bit of a joke now.
The two podcasts this week are well worth a listen. There's a lot of stories from the old days. They really go back behind the curtain of what it was like when they were starting off, like.
Yeah.
And like.
Funnily, I normally would listen to them on a Saturday morning, but I didn't have time this morning.
Yeah, I think the reason they kind of struck a cue with me is because we're pretty much the same age we are as them. Like, they were all hitting shit in their life that we were hitting as we were. They were getting jaded. We're obviously jaded, the heads of us.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Oh man, that sucks.
They were their format, I think, was a big inspiration for Total Biscuit. The way he did his stuff.
Oh Jesus, yeah. There's another guy I miss as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, that's one that ever hit hard. Like when he passed on. I used to love the co-optional podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend checking out the podcast again because like the amount of times that they're as they're talking through it themselves, they realized how much of a trail they actually blazed because like they didn't have the staff to do reviews of every game. So what they did was these long plays, which is essentially like Twitch streamers now
Yeah.
playing stuff, and they had a tip jar on the website because they didn't have subscription models and all this kind of stuff. And then they discovered it was actually more about the personalities than the content, and they used to have the coach, and then obviously they're having the crack and playing games and drinking.
Yeah, in many ways, like they pretty much invented the streaming model.
Yeah.
Is a thing.
They'll be missed, and I think it's to the detriment of the industry, really, that these things are happening.
They'll go and do their own thing, I'd say.
I'd say they'll be doing their own thing soon enough.
It'll be similar enough to when the lads left. If you remember What Culture, the OG What Culture crew left, and what did they formed?
Rings up.
Jesus, I can't even think of what they formed.
There's lots of these groups there, like you, all the people that left IGN that time, and they set up Kind of Funny, and you had, who else did you have? There's 4 women that have their own, I don't know what it's called, but it's similar idea, like personality driven shows just for games.
Much like ours, personality driven.
Yes.
Broom, broom. Yeah.
That's actually gonna bug me if I can't remember what they Cultaholic. So the original What Culture crew left and formed Cultaholic, but then Adam Blampede he left after that, and yeah, it's all kind of a mess. That happens, people move on and start doing their own thing, which leads me into our next point. Thank you very much to our channel sponsor, A Moment to Focus. You can visit them at amoment2focus.com. That's AMOMENT2, the number, FOCUS.com.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We got a sponsor? What?
We have a channel sponsor.
What? Jesus, of all the news we talked about, that's the best news.
You gotta save the best to last.
Wait, is this like the sponsor that I got when I went to AA? Because that sponsor, he brought me down. Well, thank you very much, Focus.
So I think we can bring things to an exciting conclusion on that note.
Indeed.
It'd be very hard to top that now. Very, very hard to top that news. The big news.
Oh, Jesus. I'll have to get a Lamborghini, buddies.
So we will do it again because it is
Definitely.
fun. We may be a little longer than the usual month, but we'll definitely get to it in June, I think, towards the latter end of June.
Hopefully so. Yeah.
Life permitting.
You never know. I might get internet sooner than
Yeah.
I'm thinking, so could be the start of June. But
The thing about it is, if Mr. Ferrigan 101 isn't here, nobody else knows how to work the control booth.
no, it's still gonna do.
Oh, well,
job,
yeah.
really.
No. I wouldn't want to put it on his shoulders, though.
I know I'm sharp enough as it is now.
Self-deprecating humor. Loud noises. Okay, so we'll be back in June, probably towards the latter end of it. Hopefully, between now and then, though, we'll have 1 or 2 things to share and show. But until then, it's a goodbye from me.
That's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye for me.
Oh, that was going to be my goodbye, but I'll have a goodbye too. Okay.